For joining us today and making the time to make this presentation for UCLA transfer students. My name is Robert Rodriguez, and I am a international programs counselor at the UCLA International Education Office. Again, welcome and happy Friday. Thank you for spending some time to join us today, and we will cover quite a bit of information. Share that the UCLA Education Office, we're the one-stop shop for all things study abroad. So if you're interested in going anywhere around the world, whether it be for summer, fall, spring, or a year-long option, then we're the place to go. And we have a team of other study abroad advisors and coordinators ready to assist you. And we can also connect you with other students, including transfer students that's gone abroad, and can share their experience with you. And they can share things like how they prepared, how they spent their free time abroad during their weekends, evenings, what the environment, culture. So just a few examples of the type of information other student returnees can share with you. Just a quick overview of what we will cover. Obviously, COVID has had an impact on many, of our lives, and and obviously including the traveling. So we will briefly touch on that, go into the type of programs are available, discuss some funding options, steps to apply, and then finally we'll share our contact information. So in the future, if any questions come up, or if you'd like to schedule an appointment with an advisor, you have the correct contact information to do so. Study abroad and COVID-19. As of now, all programs are in person, starting with summer 2022 and beyond. So that's anything, we all know this is obviously a fluid situation, so anything can change at any moment. But as of now, the programs are moving forward in person. So sometimes that's the question that comes up. Are programs going virtual? Are they being offered at all? Are they in person and moving forward? The answer is yes, the programs are moving forward in person. If you do not have a passport or need to renew your passport, please do so as soon as possible. Many passport agencies, they do have a backlog of passport applications. So doing so at the last minute may delay the processing for your passport. If you do not know where to go to apply for a passport, I know that in Westwood, there's a passport office off of Wilshire and Veteran, and they schedule passport appointments only online. So if you go on the web and Google passport agency, Wilshire and Veteran, you will be able to access their direct link and schedule an appointment to apply for a passport. You will need passport photos. In Ackerman, on the second floor, there's a photo booth there, a photo center. You may have seen it as you're walking through Ackerman. That's a great place for passport photos, and you can actually receive the passport photos electronically as well as printouts. So that's a great place, and it's very local, right on campus, where you can obtain your passport photos. Program search. We've added a new feature on our website where it says "Get Started," where it's highlighted, and how to choose your program. If you are looking to apply for a program application based on experience, and when I say by experience, maybe you're looking for an internship, maybe you're looking for a research opportunity. So you can search programs based on specific criteria that'll help you narrow down your search, even by major, by subject area, and so on. So there are definitely several ways to narrow down your search out of hundreds of different options that are available. And on the same page, we will be able to access our application deadlines. There at the very top towards the right, you'll see the You can confirm our application deadlines. You can also explore some scholarship opportunities that are also listed on this website as well, which I will get into as we move along. And there's also a tab there for returnees, where students who have studied abroad in the past have shared their experience with us, and we post it on our website so students can take a look and see what students have done in the past and how they prepared and so on. So definitely lots of great information on our website. There's a lot there, so definitely take some time to explore these different tabs. Clearly, diversity and identity abroad. We have some great resources there for first-gen students, for the LGBTQ community, for our DACA students, and also videos from students that have gone abroad that are part of these communities that have shared their experience abroad. So lots of great information here. So please take some time to explore these different tabs. Okay, so you do have enough time to study abroad as a transfer. I was a transfer student myself. I was a TSP student many years ago, and I studied abroad, and I had to act fast because as transfer students we arrive and we're basically done very quickly. The time does move very fast, so I definitely take some time to explore how to prepare to study abroad and learn about the resources available to you. So you must plan ahead and act fast. Some students will ask, what is the most popular term abroad? It really varies on your program of interest, but to answer that question, summer is the most popular term students go abroad. Academic quarters and semesters are also possible. For my programs, I advise for programs in Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, and the Middle East. And most of my program, I would say 98% of my programs are semester. So definitely, planning ahead, will help you in completing a semester program if you decide on pursuing a semester. You can go abroad as late as your senior year. It's very much a possibility. Sometimes, there's the thought or myth that seniors cannot go abroad. That is not true. Many seniors go abroad every year, whether it be for an internship, research opportunity, or fulfill a final major requirements and so on, or maybe 3 courses as electives. So that's also a possibility as well. Several resources available to help guide your way. Lots of detailed information on our website. One-on-one appointments with our study abroad advisor that can guide you through the application process, how to research courses that will be available for you abroad, and also your academic counseling support from your counseling units, including AP, honors, your major department, several your counseling units that are available to assist you when it comes to putting together your study abroad study list and looking over any remaining requirements that you have left to graduate. Peer guidance from student returnees that's gone abroad previously are always willing and happy to connect with anyone that is looking to go abroad, and they can share their experience. As you move along the study abroad process, there will be a few orientations. One of them will be put together by our office, and the pre-departure orientation will highlight things like financial aid, the course code transfer, and then if you apply for a UCEAP program, UCEAP will also have an orientation that will talk about all things host university. And then when you arrive at your destination, the host university will an orientation where you will meet all of your go-to people for any questions you may have. They will introduce the resources that are available to you, including medical facilities, counseling offices, and so on. And you will also meet your fellow UC students that will be traveling abroad. Now we'll get into the program types. Here we have 4 different program types. 3 out of the 4 are summer-only programs, and the 4th program offers summer, fall, spring, and year-long options. So I will highlight, these 4 specific programs as we move along. But sometimes we're asked, like, what is the difference between all your programs? There are differences between all of them, but one that stands out is the fact that the UCLA Travel Study, the Global Internship Program, and UCLA Global Cities are summer only. UCEAP, while enrolled in UCEAP or any of our other study abroad programs, your UCLA student status does not change. That will remain. In other words, it will not be necessary to take a leave while you're abroad. Your status as a student will remain, and the opportunities to fulfill course requirements can consist of GEs, major requirements, minor requirements, internships, language programs, and research. All of these options offer UC credit, including internships and the research opportunities. You will earn UC credit for these options. The eligibility requirements will vary from program to program when it comes to UCEAP programs. For example, a minimum GPA requirements will be listed for each program. The GPA requirement consists of, can be by 2.85, 3.0, and in addition to the GPA requirement, there will be a class level requirement, which all of you as transfers will already have. You will already have met that requirement. Some programs, which is very few, will have a language prereq. That's very few. Some most programs will have just the GPA and class level requirement. To submit an application, there will be no fee required for a UCEAP. You will just go to the UCEAP website, create an account for the UCEAP portal, and that's where you will apply for your program. Most programs are first come, first served. So a very few number of programs will have a limited number of spots that are also given on a first come, first served. But others will have, which is very few, will have a personal statement attached to it that's required as part of the application process. For example, within my programs, the Japan summer STEM programs in Osaka and Tokyo are not first come, first serve, because each program will have a personal statement attached to it that is required. And then after the application deadline, students will be notified of their selection for the program. So this is what the UCEAP website looks like. And this is a snapshot of one of several filter options that are available. For example, if you're looking for a summer option, you can just select summer and run the report, and it will give you all summer options. And as you can see, there are 58 summer options. And you can narrow it down even further. You can narrow it down based on location, and you can narrow and even based on subject area, experience type, and your search will get smaller and smaller as you use other filters to help you narrow down your search. And if you look closely, each program will have its own individual box, and you can see the GPA requirement, the class level that's required, and pretty much most programs will be taught in English. The language barrier should not be much of an issue because all programs will be taught in English, and a very few number of programs will have the option to receive the classes taught in English or the local language. So you will have that flexibility for a few programs. Now we'll be highlighting UCLA Summer Global Cities. UCLA Summer Global Cities is a very unique program, and it's a summer-only program. In this program, you will spend the first 4 to 5 weeks at the host university. And the host university will be one out of three different in Amsterdam, Barcelona, and Milan. So once you've complete session A abroad, you'll return to UCLA along with the same cohort from the program. You will return to UCLA and participate and complete summer session C. So in other words, you're abroad, participating in this program in the entire summer, the first half abroad, second half you will return and finish off session C with your cohort. All of the courses have been pre-approved by UCLA for credit transfer. Registration will open November the 8th and will close April 1st. So you have a lot of time to go on the website and read about the program, learn about the program options before registration opens. So no one has applied yet. No one has secured a spot because obviously registration is not open yet. A $300 deposit is required to secure your place in the program. Here's a quick snapshot of the UCLA Global Cities program. The highlight obviously being the unique exchange experience that it has, where you go abroad for session A and you will return for session C. This is the only study abroad program that we have that's built like this. So it's definitely something that's different when compared to the other program options that we have. Up next is UCLA Summer Travel Study. All travel study programs are UCLA faculty led. In other words, the instructor, the professor will travel with you, will pretty much lead the entire study abroad group of UCLA students while abroad, will teach courses at the hotel or maybe at a local college or university. We'll also plan excursions. We'll also go along in these excursions as well. So it's definitely a very unique experience to have your program led by UCLA faculty while abroad. Program lengths range from 3 to 6 weeks. Again, this program will open for registration November the 18th, and a $300 deposit is required to secure your spot. When you think of the word travel study, because you're moving around from one destination to the next. For example, when I did travel study as a student, we were in Italy for a week, and then we were in France for another week, and then we were in Austria in 2 different cities for a week each. So that's why the name travel study was developed, because you're moving around to different destinations during your program. The UCLA Global Internship Program is the newest program that we have. It's not even a year old just yet. So this program is geared towards internships only. These internships are not paid, as stated there on the screen. You will earn 4 to 8 units with this program. Registration is already open and will close December the 5th. $300 deposit is required to secure your spot. The application process is a little different. You will need to submit a resume. You will need to answer a personal statement question that will ask why you're interested in a specific program, and you'll just begin to share why you feel you should be selected for a specific program and location. And because the program is brand new, there's only a handful of options available for example, econ, education and engineering, and global affairs. And there you will see some of the locations that are available, including Colombia, Vietnam, Japan, quite a few awesome destinations. So if you're looking for an internship opportunity, which is great, to for your resume, to get some hands-on work experience, great for resume building if you're looking for maybe apply to grad school in the future. This is something that can look great as well. So definitely take some time to explore these options as you are browsing our website to see what's available and to learn more about what we have to offer. Now we'll be getting to the funding options. Eligible students can use their UCLA financial aid to cover the cost of study abroad programs. And all of the programs I just highlighted, travel study, global internships, global cities, and UCEAP, for these programs, financial aid can help cover the cost for these programs. We have a supplemental financial aid application, which is separate from the FAFSA, and that will be travel study and the global internship program. And how financial aid will work, it will be similar to what it looks like when you receive, as you receive financial aid now. You will get an EFAN, you will see the award amount, you will see where the funds are coming from, whether it be grants, loans, scholarships. So sometimes students are not sure if financial aid can cover a study abroad program, but the answer is yes, financial aid can cover study abroad programs. There are also several scholarship opportunities available. There's something for everyone, whether it be identity-based, need-based, merit-based. You will see a range of awards there, ranging from 2,500 to 8,000 from the Gilman Scholarship, which is one of the most popular scholarship providers that we have. There are so many scholarship opportunities that you have to really plan ahead and really keep track of the deadlines so you do not miss these opportunities. UCEAP, they do have their own scholarship listings as well, in addition to the scholarship listings on our website. And there's also the UCLA Scholarship Resource Center, which is an office up on the hill in Covell, which is another scholarship resource. So you have three different sources of scholarships to take a look at. And a lot of these scholarships can really help pay a lot of a bulk of the fees for your study abroad program. So please take some time to review the scholarship opportunities. Please make sure to submit your FAFSA by I believe March is usually the usual deadline for the FAFSA. So please make sure to do that, and also be on the lookout for financial aid workshops. The UCLA Financial Aid Office, they do have a team of financial aid counselors for study abroad. So, and they help put together workshops, info sessions for students that are going abroad. And if you have any questions about the disbursement process, the scholarship, the FAFSA deadline and so on, they can help you. And I would also like to add that the UCLA Financial Aid Office, they do have a video on their website that talks about disbursement for UCEAP. So some questions you may have may be answered by their website. So definitely take a look at their website first and see if you can find the information you need. And if not, you can begin by reaching out and scheduling an appointment and sending an email to make that request. Now we'll be getting into how to apply. So number one, attend a study abroad info session, which you're doing right now. So you can check that one off the list. Then clarify your study abroad goals. For example, do you know when you'd like to go, for a summer or for a fall, a semester or a quarter? And also, what are your academic goals? Are you looking to fulfill major requirements, GEs? Well, as transfers, you're done with GEs, you're done with your language requirement. So there will be no need for that unless, for example, you're looking to, freshen up on some language for personal development and so on. So that's also a possibility. So definitely clarifying your cerebral goals will be the next step. Then research programs and funding options. You can use the filters to help you narrow down your search. Browse scholarships, submit your FAFSA, and ensure that you've have met all of the requirements to confirm the deadlines and the criteria that different scholarships will ask you for. And also, most importantly, talk to your academic and major advisors. your academic counselors will need to know your study abroad plans. So that way they can give you some guidance on the coursework that you're looking to fulfill. For example, if you're looking to fulfill major requirements, then you can use the information that's on the web about each subject area and share that with your academic counselor. And your academic counselor can do a quick review and can confirm, okay, if you take this class, it will meet a major requirement, or maybe they will need more information for additional review, or maybe the information that's shared will say, this course will not meet your major requirement, and this is why. And so it's very important that you reach out to your academic counselors to discuss your study abroad plans and specifically your study list. And finally, complete the application online. For all study abroad options, you will need to submit an online application. There are no more printouts or hard copies to drop off. It's all 100% online. Where to apply? So here are the links. Don't feel rushed to write things down. This is being recorded. You'll have access to it later as well. And I will also provide Sarah with a copy of this presentation to share among students that attended today. And you will have access to viewing the links, all of the information that we've shared so far. And again, the application process is very straightforward for global cities and UCEAP. The eligibility criteria will vary by program, competitive or selective, first come, first serve, but very few will have a limited number of spots as well. Travel study and the global internship program will have a similar application process. So definitely obviously being in good academic standing, current UCLA undergrad, first come, first serve. Some programs are selective, and that will be, for example, the global internship program that will have that process as well. So I did get some questions in advance, and I will read off these questions, and then I will go in to take questions from the audience. For example, there was a question about multiple applications. We only allow one application per term. For example, if you're applying for a summer program, you can only apply to one summer program and not have 2 or 3 different summer applications. We do know that some programs have a limited number of spots, and therefore some programs may be waitlisted. So having a backup application can be approved on a case-by-case basis. Before pursuing that, please reach out to our office and let us know of your plans. And also, there was a question about fulfilling gender studies requirements abroad. That is a possibility. We do have a UCEAP course catalog where you can search different subject areas based on program. And the catalog will tell you basically what courses will be available at the host university, and the type of information you will have access to will include the course description, the total number of units that the course will offer. Is it upper div? Is it lower div? So you will have all that information, and that's the information that you will share with your academic counseling unit. In terms of the GPA, it was a question about GPA. For travel study, they will not have a GPA requirement for travel study, but as long as you're in good academic standing, you can submit an application for all programs, where UCEAP will have a specific GPA requirement. Some programs will have a minimum 2.0 GPA requirement, but as long as you meet the GPA that's required for these programs and maintain your eligibility until departure, and you meet all future deadlines, you're pretty much set to go abroad. The only way you would really jeopardize your application if you're missing deadlines, if your GPA drops below the required minimum, then you will jeopardize your application. But we can go ahead and get into some questions. Is there any questions out there I can help you with?
I see one in the chat from Jennifer. Can you study abroad this summer after you graduate? So I'm assuming that you would be like a June graduate.
Yes, you can. You will just need to update your graduation term via My UCLA. So that it is a possibility that the term can reflect that you will be graduating that summer. So it is possible to do so, but always double check with your academic counselor so they can take a look to make sure you're on track to fulfill like your senior residency and any other requirements that need to be fulfilled as a senior. But to answer your question, yes, you can go abroad a summer as long as you update your graduation term as well.
Thank you so much. I'm going to
So
stop
open
the
the
recording
chat.
and